I personally think not even just biopics about celebrities or, artists in general.
Athletes and stuff.
That are weird. I think when you go into making biopics about serial killers, we're getting a little crazy. Over the years, we've seen a lot of biopics.
Yes.
Just, be made, be done. Some the right way and others very bad.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to get into it today. What do you think about all of these biopics and the recent ones that are coming out right now?
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I think when I was younger, a lot of the biopics that came out, they were more rare. It's like we would get some almost probably every other 5 years or something like that. It felt like there was a longer gap between biopics.
Yeah.
Or what it seemed like to me as a kid. It's we got Selena and then the Biggie Smalls one, and then maybe you'll get NWA one in there or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But nowadays it feels like every month.
New month.
Yeah, there's a brand new biopic coming out, bro. Recently we got the one with The Rock coming out about the UFC fighter.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was
and
gonna
then,
say.
I think Green Day is gonna have one that's gonna come out soon.
Yeah, and what's interesting? You told me that they were almost doing a Marvel Cinematic Universe for the Beatles. It's they're doing one about Ringo, and then they're doing one about John Lennon, and it's
I heard that they're all getting their own personal movie, and then they're gonna make
a Beatles
movie with all four of them.
Yeah. That's so weird.
It's very weird. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. And I remember they were kind of trying to do something like that with the Straight Outta Compton stuff, where they were gonna make a Snoop Dogg movie, and then they were gonna make the Eazy movie, and then they're gonna make they did make the Tupac movie, and they were planning to get them all connected to each other.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I just feel and we kind of talked about this on the last episode, I honestly look at these things as you're not really trying to tell this person's story. You're just trying to get a cash grab. Because why do you need to milk all their stories when you could fit it into a 2-hour movie where you could tell a little bit of Ringo's backstory, you could tell a little bit of, all of the Beatles' backstory, or all of everybody in NWA's backstory, instead of having to do this cinematic universe of these artists. It's such a weird thing, I think.
Yeah, it definitely feels like they're just trying to milk it for us.
Yeah, that's just really how I'm feeling right now. So I personally just think that it's getting a little bit out of hand with the biopics, me personally.
Yeah.
I think we're doing a little bit too much of them. I heard Timothy Chalamet's, the one he did for Bob Dylan, wasn't that bad.
It was all right. I didn't finish it, but I did watch a good part of it.
Yeah.
And I was it's pretty decent. I heard it's actually kind of accurate too.
That's what I heard
his
too.
life story. And that's the thing about a lot of these biopics is
Ooh-wee.
You never know what you're gonna get with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's talking about someone who had passed away.
Yep.
The Bohemian Rhapsody one. A lot of people give that one a lot of flack because it's not really accurate at all. They in the movie they showed that he gets AIDS and then he performs for Live Aid, but he didn't even know he had AIDS when he performed at Live Aid. So they changed it into the movie to make it more cinematic, I guess. And I understand why they do stuff like that, to make it more of a interesting of a plot or for the movie or whatever. But at times it does feel a little weird. The Straight Outta Compton one didn't really talk about a lot of stuff that the dramas I was having with Dr. Dre, and it kind of made it seem like Eazy-E was super jealous of them and stuff. The scene where he's driving and he sees the billboard and he's crying in his car. It's how would y'all know that happened?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I get what you mean. It just seems a little bit distasteful sometimes, where it's okay, but this is a real person that existed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This isn't you're creating a character and you're just, you know what I'm saying? This isn't Ferris Bueller.
Exactly.
This is a real dude. This is a real guy who lived on Earth, and then you go and you're lying about his story, because it's how would my family feel if somebody's telling my life story and then there's this part where I got hit by a car or whatever, and they add this other detail where I flew through a donut shop and I went through 5 different windows. It's dog, he got hit by a car and just slid up the road.
Yeah.
You didn't need to add all the extra theatrics.
Yeah, I just don't like how they try to add a lot of extra stuff. And I think what you said, some of them being distasteful is what kind of makes them weird. I think honestly, this is the most horrendous example of this.
Yeah.
The Selena biopic. Did you ever hear about how they did that?
I know what you're talking. Are you talking about the one with J-Lo?
Yes.
Oh yeah, a lot of people didn't like it. I actually thought it was pretty good.
No, it's a cool movie. I remember watching it as a kid a lot.
Yeah.
It's a good movie, but the backstory of that, do you know how that happened?
How the movie happened?
Bro, so the movie came out 2 or 3 years after she died.
I heard it wasn't that far past, away.
And a lot of people were kind of oh, the family's hella weird because why would you make a movie about her? She just died. Y'all hella weird, this, that.
Yeah.
pretty much what happened, I don't know if it was like the record company or whoever owned her likeness or whatever, or owned her, you know, her name, was pretty much telling them like, look, either y'all could be involved in this movie,
or we're gonna do it anyways.
Or we're just gonna do it anyways. And I think that's the problem with a lot of these movies. Like, I think with the Bohemian Rhapsody was kind of the problem with that too, where it's like,
try to get it out quick.
We don't care if it's accurate or whatever the fuck, bro. We're going to make the movie whether you guys like it or not.
Yeah.
That's why I think the movies that do better are the ones where, like, the family is involved in it, or the actual artist himself is involved in it, like the Elton John one. Or
Rocket Man,
Yeah, like Rocket Man, or even like the one that came out, I don't know his name, the British dude, but like he was like a monkey in his movie.
Oh,
like
yeah. You're talking about the guy who made the,
yeah. I think the movie's called like Better Man or something like that.
Yeah.
But like the reason why those ones are actually good and kind of accurate is because you actually got people who were involved heavily in the person's life, or the actual dude, you know what I mean, in those two cases. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, it's another one that I don't know if people really consider a biopic, but I would say it kind of is a biopic / just normal movie. Iron Claw. You know what I'm saying?
That's
a lot of people actually forget
biopic.
about that, bro.
Yes.
That it's kind of a biopic
No, it
about
really,
these wrestlers that were real people.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's another good example of it being
really
good and having the family involved.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? Like handling it well. I know even though they changed a little bit, they took out like a couple of the brothers or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's still a good ass movie.
Still a great movie.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of options like that where they didn't have to go and be like sneaky about it. You know what I'm saying? Like the Tupac movies were really weird.
Yeah, All Eyes on Me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I heard it was really bad. I never even gave it a chance. I watched like the first 20 minutes.
I think I watched a little bit of it.
But
I was kind of like, yeah, this is kind of crazy.
You know? Okay, let me ask you another question though. I don't want to, stay too much in this one topic, but do you think that it's really bad also when the person who is portraying the character doesn't look like them?
That is super weird to me too. It's y'all had one job.
Yeah, bro. Like,
get the brother that looks like him.
Because the guy that played Tupac, he looked dead on Tupac damn near. I'm not gonna lie.
They went crazy with that one.
They actually did a good job.
They went crazy with
that one. And I think even with Straight Outta Compton, I was kind of like,
yeah, it was a little.
It was a little off, but. Dude, it's really interesting when I see a movie or, a biopic and the person who's playing that character doesn't look like him. That always kind of freaks me out where I'm just like, but why though? Like, why did you
this guy?
Like, I get it. He's a good actor and he plays the role well.
Yeah.
But you couldn't find somebody who looked the part and acted good enough.
Yeah, like Anthony Mackie playing Tupac in the Biggie Smalls movie.
Ooh-wee, Mike, that's so crazy, bro. I forgot about that.
You know what I'm saying?
That's so bad.
That's insane. It's like, y'all didn't even really try, or even getting Lakeith Stanfield to play Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I thought that was bad too.
That was interesting. That was an interesting choice.
Yeah, some people said it was good, but I thought it was bad.
I thought it was strange. I ain't gonna lie to you, but yeah, that is another weird one where it's like, you guys got these dudes to play the person, but they don't even look alike
at all. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even like, what's his face who played Jeffrey Dahmer? Like, I don't think he looks like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, you're talking about Evan Peters did not look like Jeffrey Dahmer to me, bro.
I thought that was strange.
I thought it was really weird. Like, they did good enough, but it's like, dog, that, and now we're even getting into the other shit.
Yeah.
I personally think not even just biopics about celebrities or, artists in general.
Athletes and stuff.
That are weird. I think when you go into making biopics about serial killers, we're getting a little crazy.
Yeah, it's a little insane.
It's a little bit weird. Like, I get it. It's for educational purposes. You want to teach people about it. But, my nigga, we got documentaries for that.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe you want to see the way they did some of these things, but it's like, it's weird, like doing Dahmer, and now we're about to do one about Ed Gein. It's just called Gein.
And then they did the Menendez brothers one, too.
That one was so weird. And even speaking of not making it accurate, why did they try to make them like they were like gay brother lovers?
Yeah, that was weird as hell.
I was kind of like, that's a little messed up to do, is like, especially to that community. Like, you're just going to add that just to check a box?
And to the brothers, too.
So
it's like,
that's
they
what
were
I'm about
never
to say.
into some stuff like that. You know
that's
what
I mean.
I mean, I think one did do other stuff to his brother.
He probably did.
But because his dad did stuff to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like they were like
in
consensual
love.
with it.
Yeah.
It was like this weird thing that
where it
like
was almost passed down.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's another weird one where getting it inaccurate hurts the most is stories like this. Where it's like the Jeffrey Dahmer one is like they're low-key kind of like trying to make people feel bad for him in a weird way. Or like, it's almost, it kind of teeters the line of glorifying the stuff that they did, low-key.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And like this new Ed Gein one that's coming out, I'm a little worried about how they're gonna handle this because Ed Gein's a freaking messed up guy.
Dude, he's
and the
crazy.
actor that they got to play him,
he looks nothing like him.
He's like a good-looking
dude.
dude.
You're talking about bro from Sons of Anarchy. That's what it is. It's Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, for real?
It's literally Sons of Anarchy, yes. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know why they got him to do it, bro. And it's like the dude who's been making, because I think it's the same guy who made the Menendez brothers one and the Jeffrey Dahmer story. It's the same guy who's gonna make the Ed Gein one. So I'm kind of a little like,
yeah, dude.
How are you gonna tackle this Ed
guy
Gein story?
Yeah,
because I know he's gonna throw in something to kind of make it like
shock
glorified, a little bit of shock value, stuff like that. But I don't know. I do think it's kind of weird for them to make these serial killer biopics. Is a little strange, and I think it would be better if instead of the killer is the main guy of the movie, if the victims are the main characters of the movie.
Yes. It's almost a slasher film.
Yeah, at that point, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like the villain is the serial killer, which he is in real life. You know what I'm saying? And I think kind of making that guy the main character, it's like almost like you're turning him into like Joker or some shit. Where it's
that's
like,
what I'm afraid of.
Some people are low-key kind of rooting for the guy who we shouldn't be rooting for.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I think the show Mindhunters on Netflix did it the best, where these FBI agents are interviewing these serial killers, and you see that these guys, you know, Ed Kemper, Charles Manson, like all these guys are insane.
Yeah.
Like you see that they are crazy.
That's what I mean, is that we need to stop blurring the line between that, where I like how you said we almost make them into a Joker, where it's like, you know, the Joker of Joaquin Phoenix came out. It was a huge phenomenon, made over $1 billion. Because we almost rooted for this guy, where it's like you almost feel for him and want him to gain that level of confidence when he becomes the Joker and he's smoking the cigarette and he's going down the stairs dancing and stuff. And we're all like, well, shit, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's about time.
I think it's almost the same thing a little bit, where you'll make a character like Jeffrey Dahmer and a lot of people almost forget, like, oh, shit.
He's not a character.
This guy was freaking real doing this shit. He was over here eating people and keeping bodies in his apartment and in his fridge. Oh, so this is not a character. This isn't the Joker.
Yeah. This is a real dude.
This is a real guy.
The families that are affected by this are still alive.
Imagine I go on Netflix one night and I just want to watch a movie with my kids.
Yeah.
And my brother, who was murdered by Jeffrey Dahmer in the 1980s,
you got a whole show about him.
There's a whole show, and one of the episodes is titled My Brother's Name. I see my last name on an episode.
It's insane, bro. It's so weird how they
ridiculous.
It is weird how they handle some of those, and I kind of wish that they did them better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If they're gonna do it, honestly, I don't think they should do them at all.
Me neither.
If I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
But it is kind of weird because, to be honest with you, bro, like I did watch the Jeffrey Dahmer show and I did watch the Menendez brothers shows, and it's like trying to take that part out of it. Like the show is good, it's filmed good. You know what I mean? It's a good show if you don't know the real story. The real story behind it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You know what I'm saying? But then that's what's weird, where the people who don't know the real story about what happened to these guys or what these guys did, they watch these shows and they believe, oh, this is what happened.
Yep.
Jeffrey Dahmer was, you know, kind of in love with that guy, and he still had to kill him, though.
Yeah, he had to eat him.
How heartbreaking. But it's like no, he was psychotic.
Yeah, he was just
he was sociopath.
Dude. Yeah.
You know what I'm
he
saying?
did a lot of things that just didn't make sense.
And then the reason why these shows keep getting made is because they keep on being talked about hella. You know, we're talking about it right now.
Exactly.
It's like they're going to keep being made because people keep watching them so much. And they're going to keep making a lot of money. Like the Ed Gein show, like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm probably gonna tune in. I'm so curious on how they're gonna do it. I'm curious
of how they're gonna do it, how they're gonna make this guy look.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how they're gonna do the makeup on, bro. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that Frankenstein show that's coming out. I don't know. And that's what I mean is like the fact that I can compare it to that anyways.
It's crazy.
It's so fucking crazy because it's that one dude from Euphoria, the main guy.
Oh yeah.
Jacob something.
Lordy, yeah.
Him, he's playing Frankenstein. It's like, this is such a strange casting, but I'm so curious.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's going to be drawing a lot of us is the guy from Sons of Anarchy playing Ed Gein. And then how are they going to go about his story? You know what I mean? Because we've seen so many documentaries or whatever about it. So I guess we'll see with that. But I don't know, man. I just think certain actors going into certain roles, I think that could be dangerous as well. Is like, you know, Evan Peters going into being Jeffrey Dahmer. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Or, you know, J-Lo going into being, Selena. It's like there are two sides of the coin where both are going to get negative feedback. And then on the same time, people are going to give you positive feedback of like, you know, you played a psychopath really freaking well, dude. But at the same time, it's like, why would you go for that role?
Yeah,
or I guess you mean. The same thing with Selena where it's like, you know, why would you go for that role?
After what just happened to her.
exactly 2 years after or a couple years after versus you actually played that role pretty freaking good. And I think you actually, paid homage to Selena and her family. And I just think that when it comes to certain actors, we're always going to be mad at them about any role that they take, regardless of, we're like, oh, this person just wanted money or they just wanted to do this, whatever with do. Just the same way we all get mad at Nepo babies all the time.
Yeah, I don't
Let's just keep it real.
That doesn't make no sense to me, bro. Like, I understand some arguments of it, like the whole Nepo baby problem, but for the most part, it's like, why does that bother y'all so much?
It's crazy to me. I never understood the whole arguments of like, well, this person was an actor 30 years ago and now their daughter's an actor. Give me a fucking break. I'm just like, why is that bad?
That's the same thing. Like, there's a sandwich shop down the street from my house, right? And it's been owned by this old couple or whatever. Yeah. Then I go one day and the son is not running it.
I was gonna say,
and I be like, you fucking Nepo baby, you running the sandwich shop now? Who do you think you are? There are people who worked hard to want to work at the sandwich shop, and you took the job because it's your parents' sandwich shop.
Your parents own the sandwich shop, so now you think you're gonna serve me my meatball sub? Get the fuck out of here.
What's the difference between that and Jack Quaid becoming an actor,
or Johnny Depp's daughter, or any of these other people that are Nepo babies? What is the problem with that? And then I even think I think what a lot of people have the main issue with is they look at it like, well, that's not fair. You took other people's spot, whatever the case may be. But how do we know that this person didn't just get trained well because their dad was already an actor or their mom was already a great actress, and then they just decided to be like, you know what? Do you want to be an actor or do you want to be an actress to their kid? And their kid was like, yeah, I want to be just like you. Okay, we're going to put you in a couple classes. And they were already young. So they're really fucking like that.
We're going to bring you on set one day.
We're going to bring you on set so you see, during my movies or whatever the case may be. So you're going to see what it really is. Why is that a problem? And then even I'll go a step further to tie it to the other stuff. I don't have a problem with the movies where a parent will end up being this huge fucking star, then they end up doing a movie about that star, and their kid is playing them.
Yeah, or
like
a relative.
Ice Cube. Yeah. Like a relative. Like Ice Cube's son is playing Ice Cube in Straight Outta Compton. I thought it was freaking amazing. I thought it was great.
And then I think they're going to make
Michael Jackson his biopic. Nephew.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
He looks good.
Yeah, he looks like him.
Yes. Why is that a problem?
I don't think that's a problem at all.
It's like, oh, okay, so he only got the role because he's Michael Jackson's family. But see, there's so many other people that can act as Michael Jackson way better than his own family member.
But I'm like, bro, but that's so dumb just to have that argument, because it's like he already checked on the boxes, but he looks exactly like him. And you could probably have like an interesting take on this because he knew him personally, or he knows people that knew him personally.
Yeah, so they can tell him about his mannerisms. Yeah. The way, because it's like, my nigga, this is my uncle. Yeah. This is my dad's brother. What are you talking about? You think that my dad, who has lived with Michael Jackson, and he's older than him, is not going to be able to tell me like, oh yeah, well, Michael had this tendency of like, he had like kind of tics where he would do things like this with his hands. Yada, yada, that you can throw into the movie. And nobody else fucking knows that. Exactly. Where am I going to get this type of sauce from? You know what I'm saying?
I just think the whole argument with Nepo babies is a lot of just jealousy, because a lot of people are like, oh, you got the role because your mom or your dad or whoever, your uncle or whatever. But I do see sometimes where it could get a little weird where, like, M. Night Shyamalan is going to make a whole movie where his daughter is in it, and they're kind of just promoting his daughter's music in the movie.
I know what you mean.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's like she's the star of the movie, and then she's also the soundtrack. And then she's also on all the trailers, and then she's also in the cover, and it's like, okay, but you're just trying to shoot your daughter into stardom.
That's when it gets weird. But where it's like, Maya Hawke is just in Stranger Things. Yeah. And
she's not even a main role, really.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, that's Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman's daughter. Like, what the hell? I didn't even know that. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's when it's different, whereas this one is like, you're put in this movie because your parents put you in the movie.
I think it's also weird, too, when you have to promote the person super as, like, Michael Jackson's son. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, bro, it's a little bit weird.
Because there's a lot of people, like, recently Adam Sandler started putting his daughters in his movies. And it's like, it's a perfect fit. It's not weird or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I just think that people who get mad at Nepo babies or whatever, it is just like a jealousy thing where it's like they feel like it isn't deserved because they didn't work hard enough to get that role. But it's like, how do you know that? Yep. How do you know they had to prove themselves even more?
I was gonna
say, because now there's directors that are like, nah, your dad or your mom would have killed that.
Would have killed that scene.
And you can't act like your mom or dad. It's like, now I gotta double down and be like, no, I could be better than Johnny Depp. I could be better than Ethan Hawke. I could be better than Uma Thurman. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I was even gonna say, I feel like when you have parents that are almost these larger than life characters, you have a huge fucking chip on your shoulder that's way bigger than anybody else's, that has to walk in there and you're a fresh face. Nobody knows your mom or dad. Your dad works in accounting and your mom's a nurse. Nobody fucking knows them except the people that work in those businesses.
Exactly.
So everybody in Hollywood knows your parents.
Huge shoes to fit in.
Everybody in the world knows your parents. You go to Paris, everybody's just like, oh yeah, you're hearing people talk about your dad or your mom.
Yeah, for real.
And they don't even know that you're sitting there and that's your parents.
Yeah.
You have huge shoes to fill, dog.
So I think arguably, I mean, yes, you do get an extra foot in the door.
Yes.
Easier than someone who's just, showing up to Hollywood and going to, like auditions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You do already have that little step in the door where it's like you might know some producers from when you were a kid, or your dad or your mom might be friends with certain directors or whatever the fuck. So they might, throw you a bone and toss you in there or whatever. You know what I mean? But I still think that it's a little bit more difficult because of that, because you have to fit in these shoes of these larger than life stars, especially if your mom is like Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke. Like, oh my God.
That's insane, dude.
That's crazy.
That's actually insane. Like, she got the short end of the stick.
You know what I mean?
Real shit. Like, people are like, yeah, but then she also had like a personal driver growing up, and she also got to take acting classes, and she also got to. I'm like, bro, shut up.
Yeah, it's almost the same thing where like people will like glorify or like have struggle offs. It's like
we always talk about this.
Well, I grew up in Section 8.
No,
and
but
you
you
grew
up
in a 2-story house, so you're less than me. It's like,
hold on, let's talk about it. So, did you ever have to do struggle meals? Exactly, bro. Your mom made breakfast every morning, bro. So I don't want to hear it.
It's like, why is that a bad thing?
Why is that a bad thing that my mom actually took the time out of her morning to make me breakfast and my dad was in my life? Why is that a bad thing?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, I don't want to hear nothing from you. You shouldn't even have an opinion, bro, because you had your dad in your life. Did I?
Yeah.
Okay then, bro.
I think people just glorify the struggle of it all, where like they have like this Cinderella story almost, where it's like,
rags to riches.
I was going through audition after audition. I was getting turned down. I was living in my van. I was doing this and that.
But that's not everybody's story.
Whereas like this person's like, like my mom was a good actor and she was friends with Quentin Tarantino, so he kind of put me in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah. And that's kind of how my whole thing
started. How it started. And then I had that opportunity. I fucking did what I needed to do in that role, and I actually did my Dougie. Then I got more opportunities after that.
Yeah.
Let's say hypothetically I went in that movie and I was sitting there acting terribly. Do you think I would have got more calls?
Exactly.
Just because I'm Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Is his name Ethan Hawke?
Yeah, Ethan Hawke, yeah.
Ethan Hawke's daughter or son? No.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, yeah, well, I'll get a lot of these. Yeah, well, Mia or Maya, we'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll call you.
Don't even remember her fucking name.
Yeah, we'll call you.
Yeah, we'll call you. She's never getting that call back.
And I think it's different because a lot of people will get on like Denzel Washington's son and stuff like that, where it's like, y'all are getting on these guys or these actresses, these actors who are actually good at their job.
Yes.
And it's different where if this person's parents were famous or whatever and they're terrible actors or terrible actresses, it's like, okay, or they're bad at sports. They're bad at their what sport they're in.
Oh, you even went into another category.
People get on Bronny and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say,
and it's like that, or that's different if they're actually not good at what they're doing.
But it's so crazy to me because I feel like we pick and choose. Stephen Curry is a Nepo baby.
Yes, exactly.
People forget about that.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore is a Nepo baby.
People always forget about this. Why is that normal? Like, let's just keep it real. And then even how we just said, Bill Skarsgård and his whole bloodline. Oh my God,
all of them.
All of them are Nepo babies like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? His dad was the Baron in Dune.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of people don't even know that. And he's been in so many other projects I can't even name right now.
God, the whole Skarsgård family.
Yeah.
They're all Nepo babies.
Come on, bro. Like, his brother was in so many other roles. Bill Skarsgård, his older brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Bill Skarsgård was fucking It the Clown.
Oh, God.
And he was Nosferatu. And he had so many other roles. Don't even get me started.
I'm saying, yeah.
But you know what I mean?
So I just think people pick and choose where they want to get mad, or they'll see like an actor like, like Jack Quaid or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like he's in these movies now and he's in these popular shows and stuff. They're like, bro, you got it because, his dad is Randy Quaid or whatever. Yeah. But it's like, why does that matter though if he's doing good?
Yeah.
It would be different if he's not good at it. Yeah, if he sucks. But it's like, he's actually going crazy in these shows and these movies that he's in. So it's like, why do y'all...
And on top of that, bro, his first role, like, they're acting like he started in this freaking major blockbuster. The first thing, he was in The Boys.
Yeah.
The Boys wasn't even big when it first came out. It was this small. Thank you. It was this small superhero show that not too many people really knew about until it blew up itself. Like
exactly.
At first, a lot of people didn't even really think too much about The Boys. Most people were going to Amazon Prime was to watch freaking Invincible.
Exactly.
To keep it real, I'm pretty sure Invincible came out a little bit before, right?
Yeah.
That's my point. And it was like a lot of people weren't going over there for The Boys. Nobody really cared about freaking Huey.
You know what I'm saying?
Until they started caring about his character. Then because you seen his acting range, you started liking his character. You started noticing, oh, that's so crazy. I didn't even know who his dad was.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know that was his dad yet. I didn't know that until I knew. So I don't know, man. All I got to say is I think it's a little bit strange to pick and choose when we're going to be mad about Nepo babies, when we're going to be like, oh, okay, well, this one's cool, but this one over here isn't. Because, well, you got to understand, Stephen Curry made a name for himself. Yeah, but his dad was already in the fucking NBA.
Yeah, oh God, yeah.
So what does that mean? Is he a Nepo baby because of that?
Yeah, exactly.
But well, you got to understand though. But it was his own merit that got him into the league. Okay, well, is it not these other people's own merit that got them into acting or whatever the case may be? Stephen Curry's dad was probably able to afford him to be going to all these camps and shit, and he did.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's stop all the bullshit. But he's still one of the greatest shooters of our generation. I would probably argue in history.
Not for real.
So we're not gonna say nothing about that. And then for the people that are over here doing these biopic movies and things like that, I think it's cool, bro. If your son or your daughter wants to do play you in a movie, or your nephew or somebody in your family that looks like you, that's cool.
If they could actually
they can do it.
Yeah, if they can do it, then, why not? I think that's better than just getting some random dude to do it. You know
yeah, exactly.
And the same thing with like the biopics is like people pick and choose on like, okay, well, I'm going to go watch this movie because I'm a fan of the guy or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm going to support it even though it's bad. Whereas like this movie, like the movie about the dude who was the monkey in his movies, like people hated the movie for a long. People were hating on it, stuff like that, but it actually came out to be a good movie for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think it's like a weird thing where people are gonna pick and choose what movie they're gonna enjoy. Like a lot of people like the Bohemian Rhapsody movie. Even I like the Bohemian Rhapsody movie, to be honest with you. But it's like it's not accurate to the actual story of these guys.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I think people gotta understand that sometimes where like most biopics aren't gonna be actual true tellings of these people's stories of how they started up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. So that's what I mean. I don't know. I just think moral of all this stuff, man, when it comes to doing biopics about certain people, don't do it, to be honest with you. Some people we need to leave alone.
Yeah.
And I know we were even going to say, who do we think they're going to eventually end up doing biopics about? I personally think they're going to end up doing a biopic about King Von. I'm calling that right now because this dude was actually evil.
Yeah.
Like,
they
a lot of
people do Netflix story about him.
They're going to end up doing a whole thing about King Von.
I can see that.
They're going to end up doing something about X because the way that, some of these families like to milk everything of
Juice
these guys.
WRLD, Lil Peep.
Lil Peep is definitely getting one.
Yeah.
Mac Miller's getting one, definitely.
I think Mac Miller will get one too.
You know what I'm saying? They're definitely doing these type of biopics, you know what I mean? And even what call it, bro? I forgot to even say, Eminem kind of did his own.
Yeah, 8 Mile.
Yeah, you know? So, but definitely a lot of these guys are going to get some biopics.
For sure, bro.
Dude, the list goes on, bro, because we've seen so many other ones already.
Yeah, on God, they're gonna make a Kobe one eventually.
Oh, dude, are you kidding?
They're gonna do a Michael Jordan one. They're gonna do a LeBron James one. They're gonna do a Mayweather one.
Oh yeah,
I know they're gonna do a Mike Tyson one soon. I know that's in the works already.
They said with Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So like, a lot of these are coming, and the thing is, like, these biopics are not gonna stop
ever
because they make too much money.
Yeah, I was gonna say people are always
Ozzy's passing. They're gonna make an Ozzy Osbourne biopic.
Oh, they just did the King Richard with Serena and Venus.
Exactly.
So it's like
they're gonna make a John Madden movie.
Yeah.
So it's
they're gonna start forcing. And look, this is gonna sound fucked up. And to all the WNBA fans out there, all two of y'all, I'm gonna keep it real. They're gonna end up doing an Angel Reese
for sure,
or they're gonna do a Caitlin Clark.
Like that,
they're gonna do one of them.
Yeah,
bro.
one of them. They're gonna do.
A couple years from now,
yeah,
I'm gonna give it 10,
those,
15. We're gonna see it, bro.
Hell yeah, I can see that. I can see it too.
About
I can see it too. Yeah, but I just think that a lot of these biopics, low key, or sometimes are a little lazy, and they're obvious like cash grabs for the most part.
Stupid cash.
Which sucks because there are good movies in that genre.
Yeah, Ali's
a good one. Yeah. Straight Outta Compton was pretty decent, even though it wasn't like totally accurate. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of these good movies that come out. The Bob Dylan one, I heard it was really good. The Elvis one was pretty good. I
forgot to say that one. Yeah, with Austin Butler.
Yeah, there's a lot of good biopic movies that come out, but some of them, Oppenheimer was a good movie.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, but it's like
I forgot that's a biopic actually.
Yeah, but it's like for the most part, a lot of the times they do seem a little lazy, and a lot of times they're very distasteful
and inaccurate.
Yeah, and inaccurate too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, let us know what you guys think about biopics. If they're good, if they're bad. If y'all think Nepo Babies are good or bad, that's another thing we talked about too. Let us know what you guys think down below. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you guys on the next episode.
See you guys.